recording start. Okay, we should be good. I think we're good. It should only record the primary screen. And I've got all of my other materials on my secondary screen.
How do I see that?
You go to twitch.tv/TrojanManSCP.
Okay.
Okay, she says. Okay.
Hey, Troji, are you going to broadcast on this on your OnlyFans account as well? Or...
My OnlyFans. Holy fuck, man. Yeah, it's on Twitch. It's not. There's not a whole lot of visuals. But we'll do what we can. I'm gonna just turn this screen so that you can all just barely see it. Hopefully that's outside of the viewing radius for Emily. Okay, here we go. And as a point of order, we've got 7 players. Several of you rolled for player number. I'll guess. I'll say that. I want to go through to see what's going on. All the way up to the top. Up to the top. Okay, I've got Rex is player number 4.
I am player number 4.
I've got Jimmer as player number 6.
Correct.
I have Emily as player number 3. Maybe I shouldn't use your real name. Whatever. I've got Burrito as player number 1.
Can you put pictures in the chat?
Yes, you can. I've got Mrs. Burrito as player number 6. No, you got to choose again. Player number 3. You got to choose again. I'm 6. Emily's 3. You said re-roll those.
Yeah, it's
okay,
further down.
Mrs. Burrito's number 1. Mrs. Burrito's no, number 4 is no good. 6 is no good. Okay.
I sum it up further down. Just keep going. It's 1 and 2.
I say 2. Mrs. Burrito is player number 2, and then I've got 5 and 7 left. Okay, I've got Boltface as player number 7. And there's a player number 5 who is the last one. Who am I missing? Burrito, Miss Burrito, Emily. Oh, yeah, Sir Dick. Sir Dick of all Dick Guard. Here we go. I don't want to call you Sir Dick. 7-6. What do you want me to call you? Sugar Bunny. Okay, Sugar Bunny is player number 3. Oh, gosh.
Is that like the opposite of a sugar daddy?
Yeah, no, it's, well, long story. It's actually adorable. Are you in the chat? There's below game chat, there's an audio channel called game chat that you can join.
Private GM chat?
Nope. Hey! Hey! No feedback. Be careful.
Stop talking so loud.
No, our mics are picking up each other's.
Troji has 1 volume.
I have 1 volume. What the fuck?
It's
All right,
on.
hold on.
That's it.
Is he going to have to go on to push to talk?
No, Emily needs to mute herself, and she needs to set up. Okay, go down to the gear next to your name in the bottom. It says user settings, and
Oh my gosh, stop. Okay, I had to take those off. Okay, user settings.
just make sure to bind a mute button. The gear by your name, all the way at the bottom.
Yeah, I got that.
It'll hover over user settings. Click it. Then all the way down, voice and video, right? And then what you want to do, you can either enable push to talk, or you can go to keybinds, and it says toggle mute. You want to add a keybind, action, toggle mute, and then click a number. So mine is on my period key on my numpad so that I can do and toggle mute so that now you only hear me through your microphone. This is much better, everybody, right?
You know how he gets about periods.
What are you on your period? You drinking cranberry
he
juice?
He was hitting it to be like, this is how I do it, and actually hit it and muted himself.
He got all bloated and crampy, and then you couldn't hear him anymore.
Yeah.
Because I was getting ready to be like, hey man, she's probably within walking distance.
No, she's about, well, she's right there. What the fuck? Alright, where am I looking? Let me get everybody else in here because this is going to be hilarious. You guys are going to love this. This is going to be the greatest game I've ever hosted in my life. Da, 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 da.
I'm sorry.
Yes, there is. It's like 10 seconds or something. All right. As soon as Emily is set up with a mute button, or I mean, she can manually mute and unmute. She's giving me the OK signal. So here we go.
Georgie, I'm surprised it's taking you this long to give her a mute button.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's perfect. So, the 7 of you. You are an upcoming group of adventurers, and you've just reached level 3. Because, recently, the 6 of you have defeated the mischievous Goblin King, Baron von Jitzenstank, who had been terrorizing the surrounding countryside, abducting children, and fornicating the livestock. The grateful townspeople, overjoyed at the return of their loved ones and the ending of this grave threat, are all packed into the local tavern to feast and drink in your honor. After a hearty meal, a buxom tavern wench delivers to your table several flagons of ale. What the fuck? That was a dildo. The drink is poured, and a toast sounds throughout the bar room. 3 cheers for the heroes! Hip hip! Hooray! Your mugs all clank together, and you drink deeply. But no sooner than your ears are treated to the clanking of your empty vessels upon the heavy table do you begin to feel peculiar. A chill goes down your entire body, and your flesh prickles at the sensation. The room begins to darken, and your view fades out. As the din of the bar room grows steadily quieter, you hear a distinct voice above the roar of the crowd. Oh my, it's actually working! Oh, this is exciting! Chapter 1. You all awaken in a large wooden-walled room with no artificial lighting. There are 4 walls, a roof, a few windows, and a large double door. Roll perception, please. At least one of you. Whoever wants to do it.
Do we have
19.
character sheets or anything like that?
Doesn't matter. I got you.
I just rolled an 18.
18.
Okay.
All right.
I rolled a 19 on.
Either one is good. And it means that you perceive that it is morning because of the chirping of morning birds. Oh my gosh, y'all keep fucking rolling 18s and 19s. All right, no more rolls. We good with the rolls. Again, there's 4 walls in this wooden walled room. It's very large, by the way. The far-off chirping of birds tells you that it's probably morning time, and that the sun shining through a pair of dirty windows on what you would therefore assume to be the eastern wall of the chambers. It's shining in at a very particularly low angle. The southern wall, about twice its length, has one window, and of course the double doors that I mentioned before. The other two walls have no openings, no windows, no doors. The western wall is stacked high with several large clay cauldrons, hardened earthenware clay cauldrons. And it's next to those a large pile of decaying organic material. It doesn't smell particularly unpleasant, but it's, very earthy. A very large carriage, perhaps pulled by 2 horses or similar, sits in the northwest corner, and several enormous-sized polearms are leaning against the north wall. The double doors are latched with a simple toggle, but that toggle is approximately 15 feet off the ground. I'm going to show you your character sheets one at a time. It's going to take me a little bit to flip through them, but it will show you some of your abilities, and hopefully I'm able to do this without taking a frickin' hour and a half.
Why didn't you just scan them?
Okay, because I didn't scan them.
We all have a snip tool. It's fine.
Here's Cola. Here's Basement. Here's Game Chat. Here's character number 1.
Here's Johnny.
Oh wow, that is so small.
I'm sorry, I suck.
That's
No,
what
there we
she
go.
said.
If you open the original, you'll be fine.
So we know nothing about these guys.
This should be 2. This should be 3. This should be 4.
KK.
I'm 7, right?
Correct, Justin.
Wait, I only have 1 step.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
4. 5. 6. And 7. Emily, because you're in the room with me, I will just hand you sheet number 3. What? Do you need a pencil? All right. So, I have described the room, the vast hall, the wooden-walled and ceilinged hall with large beams supporting a peaked roof to you. If anybody would like to perform any action, your primary motivation at the current time is to escape the confines of the hall that you are in.
This is KK. You said there were pole arms in the corner?
Yes, very, very large. Approximately 2 to 3 times your height.
Okay, can I grab one of those and flip the latch that is 15 feet approximately above me?
Sure. Go ahead and roll a strength check for me, please.
What? Hold on.
Just D20. Don't worry, I have your stats.
Okay.
Like, I have your actual stats. You'll discover them.
Ah, fuck.
So you are able to grab a hold of one of the pole arms, but as you try to manipulate it, it only pulls itself away from the wall and clatters to the floor with a resounding thud. You're able to drag it, but you're not able to actually lift it and maneuver it in any particular way.
It's never happened to me before.
So I'm sitting over in the corner tugging on myself, thinking about world domination.
Yes.
Wait, what? I got world domination too.
Did I put that
Tuggle
on,
buddies.
Did I put that on more than one? I may have. It's okay if I did.
Wait, what player number are you? You're not 7, are you?
Jimmer is 6. Boltface
Yeah, I'm
is
6.
7. Yeah, I didn't mess
What?
up. You guys are misreading the numbers. There's a number in the
What
top
number am I?
left. Jimmer, you are 6. Boltface, you are 7. 762
What is Sir
fan,
Dick?
you are number 5. Yeah, I listed number 5.
Number 6 is.
Yeah. I
Oh,
did.
Jimmer said I was number 7. Dickhead.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
You're fired.
Pretty much.
For the live stream, here are the names which are the most important. We'll refresh everybody's memory. Player 1 is Burrito. Player 2 is Mrs. Burrito. Player 3 is Sugar Bunny. Player 4 is Rex. Player 5 is 7-6. Player 6 is Jimmer. And player 7 is Boltface. So there's your, just for the live stream to, I don't know, get them all up to speed. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Once you guys figure out the, well, you're still in the Great Hall.
So I'm a king of something, right?
Maybe.
I'm gonna use. Can I use my kingly powers to try to grab one of those pole arms?
Sure, you can grab another pole arm. Go ahead and roll a strength check for me. So once again, you're able to grab hold of it, and you drag it away from the wall, but it clatters to the floor. You're able to drag it, but you can't manipulate it in any way.
Give me one of them things and I'll try it.
Okay, go ahead and roll a strength check for me.
Got a 9.
9. Same thing happens. You pull one away from the wall. It slams on the floor. You now have 3 enormously sized pole arms laying across the floor of this great hall.
Why don't 2 people try it together?
Sure. You're able to manipulate one person from either end. You got to have some sort of leverage.
Where are the windows?
So there are 2 windows in the eastern wall and 1 window in the southern wall. If you want, I can draw the hall for you.
How far off the ground are they?
I would say, how far off the ground are they? Approximately.
I don't think this push to talk is working.
It isn't. You're not unmuting. Sugar Bunny has asked how far off the ground the windows are, and the answer is at least twice your height. Probably round about 10 feet.
And there's nothing else in this room besides the windows, the door with the latch, and those pole arms?
There are the aforementioned cauldrons of some sort of clay earthenware that are stacked, nested within each other. And then there is a wagon.
Why don't we drag those over to the window and then climb up on them and boost people out the window?
Do I have any way to smash those earthenware containers? Or are they too big?
Could we move the wagon? Like, are the wheels all good and everything?
Sure, you could attempt to move it. Here, I'm going to give you a map of your environment. This is not a particularly great sketch, but fuck it. As soon as I can get in there, hopefully that comes up well enough. Yeah, that seems like it would work. If anything's unclear, I'm happy to clarify.
No, but if we're having issues reaching the latch, why don't we just push this wagon up underneath the door and stand on the wagon?
Yeah, let's try it.
Okay. How many people are moving the wagon?
Me.
More specifically, which players? So we've got...
Player 1.
Player 4 will help.
Okay, player 1 and 4. Okay, I've got your strength totals. Go ahead and both of you roll a strength check, please. 12 and a 7. That is going to go ahead and budge the wagon. You note that there's some sort of large yoke on the front that is able to be maneuvered. Just for the sake of role-playing, one of the other individuals is going to need to try to steer the wagon.
One of you want to help us move this wagon here?
Sure, I'll help you.
Okay, Sugar Bunny, the 3 people all go up and bump into each other, and look at each other angrily, and are like, what the heck? But they figure it out. You steer the thing towards the door, so now you have a wagon, kind of like a 2-horse kind of style with a steerable yoke, butted up in front of the door, and I don't know. Do you need an updated?
No, I don't think so.
I think we can.
Can I climb in the back of the wagon and just undo the latch?
Sure, you can give that a shot. You have no difficulty hopping up into the back of the wagon, and you seem to be able to reach the latch with no problems.
Okay, I'll open it, and then we can move this wagon.
You flip the toggle, and the right side door kind of opens just a little bit under the weight of its own hinges, stops with a couple inches, maybe a foot of opening. I should have checked for traps. Rookie move. Unfortunately, this door was not trapped. I kind of wish it was now in retrospect, but I did not plan that to be the case. Hey, you figured out how to unmute yourself.
I have to push it manually.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. She wouldn't have found it. She would have one spikes. Because that's how she rolls.
Okay, I finally fixed my mic. I've been talking this whole time.
Perfect. Anyway, so you have been able to open the Great Hall, and at least the right side of the double doors is now open to the outside. The morning light streams through the opening, and a fresh breeze pleases your palate as you look through the open door.
You gonna play for me now? Take care of them.
Do I understand what everyone is saying?
Yes, you can converse relatively easily with all of the other players.
Okay. So we all speak common.
Yes, you see nothing amiss with regard to language, at least as spoken by everybody else in the party.
So, does anybody know where we are, per se?
The last you remember is that you were in a town somewhere in the Forgotten Realms of... damn it, what the fuck is a continent? Andalin or Andurin? Whatever the fuck it. Somebody on the internet's gonna be like, you fucking retard, you suck as a nerd.
Aaron?
Some douchebag gave us some dick stout in one of the taverns, and we all blacked out.
Yeah, basically.
Huh.
So we look around. What do we see in this outside world?
Okay, so as player number 2 opens the door, they look out into the larger world, and what they see is a courtyard of sorts around the Great Hall.
What the fuck? I just asked that question. You said nothing.
I don't know. Did I not hear you?
I put it in the chat.
I look around. What do I see? Okay, fine. That was a minute ago. Give me some slack. Fine. Both of the players, this being player number 2 and player number 3, both crane their necks out of the same door, bumping the backs of their heads into each other. Real, slapstick comedy, right? Nosy, exactly. Friggin' Gladys Kravitz up here. Fine. So both of you look out into the courtyard, and you see that as the door swings outward, it's a very well-manicured courtyard, meticulously planted with oversized crops, trees, and ornamental fixtures. There are several rows of what appear to be root vegetables that are easily 4 to 6 times the size that you would expect them to be, directly in front of you. Their greens flapping slowly and heavily, weighted in the light breeze. There are small patches of flowers in front and to the left of you, some pumpkins well over to your left, and a small bunch of manicured bushes directly to your front. 2 enormous trees stand to the east of the courtyard, and a single gate in the wooden palisade wall stands at the south entrance. Beyond it, the red roofs of a country village can be seen. A lone hill giant is on his knees with his back turned to you, seemingly, as yet, unaware of your presence. He wears heavy canvas cloth, and a huge iron ring containing 2 skeleton keys hangs from a leather frog on his belt. What appears to be an enormous improvised sword, fashioned from a chunk of scrap metal, lays on the ground nearby. That's all you see at the current time. Let me see if I've got a map for you.
If I pat myself down, do I have any equipment at all, or any weapons, or anything of that nature?
If you don't see it on your character sheet, you don't have it.
Okay.
I'm assuming a hill giant is like pretty big, right?
So I have a question for the GM.
Yeah.
What if my character sheet has spells, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question...
Anything with a question mark is something that you don't know yet, but is present.
Okay.
You can say, I would like to cast mystery spell number 1. Let's just say.
Okay.
Hey Troji, this hill giant, is he like as big as any of us, or is he like a giant to some of us?
Well, he's a hill giant, so
Well, I meant size-wise.
approximately 4 times your height, like give or take.
Where is the giant right now? Exactly?
He is kind of in the middle of the what is marked as flowers patch, with his back turns toward you. My thumb is over the Great Hall, and that is to cover up particular information from the labeling of this map, which, don't get me wrong, I did not develop this module, so in my defense, I had to manually cover up kind of information that might have been a mild spoiler.
Is the town in front of us normal human sized or giant sized?
I mean, that would depend upon... Go ahead and roll perception for me. That depends upon how good your...
Yeah, 7.
You need to walk Emily
that's
through,
a 7. So, it's kind of hard to tell. Like, based on distance, you know? I mean, small things can look big if they're really close. That's what she said. What?
So if the based off the player's handbook, the hill giant is an average of 10.5 feet tall. Does that mean I'm 2.5 feet if it's 4 times as big?
A hill giant's way bigger than 10.5 feet tall. All right, fine. Do we want to consult the rules, or because I can get my book? I got a monster manual here, boy. I'm pretty sure that a hill giant's like 20 feet tall.
It's whatever the DM says. Roll with it.
Both of them, you can be my rules lookup.
Yeah, I don't really care.
You might use... She's like, I don't really care, but...
I'm trying to find out if I'm a midget or like a average size thing. Like, I got no information.
Are we all the same size?
You all appear to be within a few inches of height of each other.
Do any of us have pointy ears?
No,
That's what I'm
all of
going
you
for.
appear as normal humanoids. There's nothing that seems off as you look at each other.
There we go.
Do any of us have distinguishing clothing?
I don't know. It seems very much as if you're wearing the same clothing as when you lost consciousness.
Yeah, that's great, but I'm saying that distinguishes us from one another.
Probably some wacky wizard or something.
Like, yeah, is anybody wearing a wizard
Kidnapping people.
robe, or like, is anyone obviously like in a habit of a person of the cloth? Like,
No, you all look exactly... Oh, I mean, how individual were your characters before they blacked out? As individual as you can imagine them, it's not actually important for this module. So, imagine your character as much as you want them to be. Each of you recognize each other, having, of course, adventured with each other before. It's not important. This is a one-shot. These are all throwaway characters. Imagine them however you like. If you want to be a person of the cloth, you're a person of the cloth. Doesn't matter.
Is there some rope around?
You can look in the wagon, perhaps, or you can look in somewhere in the Great Hall.
I will look around quietly for some rope or some other kind of...
Sure, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
I'm gonna check the.
One at a time, please, honey. Yeah, you don't see anything. Emily, what are you looking for? Sorry, Sugar Bunny, what are you looking for?
So, because we're still in the.
Yeah, you're all sitting in the Great Hall looking out the door at the Hill Giant.
But why is it okay? But so you said that there were 2 cauldrons.
There are several cauldrons stacked on top of each other.
Oh, okay. Is there? And you said there was pottery in them.
No, I said they were earthenware.
Earthenware.
we're missing half of this conversation, so I suggest you only answer your wife whenever she asks you a question inside of this.
Got it. So, to recap, because nobody can hear. I don't know. Your microphone's not coming up, but don't worry about it. All right, I will just repeat questions. Sugar Bunny has asked, what was the first thing you asked? You said, but we're still inside of the and I said, yes, you're all still inside the Great Hall. And then she said, but there's some sort of like cauldron, and she said there's 2 cauldrons. I said there's several stacked on top of each other, and she clarified their material. I said there's some sort of earthenware. That's brought us all up to speed.
Can we check and see what's inside the earthenware vessels?
Sure. You go ahead and you climb up upon the pile of decaying material. You peer over the top, and they seem relatively empty, with the exception that there's some light soiling from some sort of dark organic material. They smell a little bit musty, but not terribly unpleasant.
Is that hill giant shit?
Who knows?
Perception check.
Could we move the earthenware vessels? Like, how big are they?
They're about the size that you are, but you can certainly try.
Alright, what do I need to do to, like, move one?
Go ahead and roll a strength check for me. Where are you trying to move it?
Let me look at the map again. Never mind.
Can I go over to one of the pole arms and see if I could break it into pieces? That way we could all have some sort of, like, at least club weapon or something like that. Since
Sure,
we have no idea
you can attempt to break it. Go ahead and make an attack roll for me. So that actually hits. However, what happens is that the haft of the polearm is nicked with a bunch of small little dimples along its radius, but it doesn't break, it holds, and you don't see that it's really structurally compromised in any way.
Well, that shit's tougher than I thought.
Should someone else do that?
I don't think that that's going to yield the results that you're looking for.
Okay.
Where is the hill giant in relation to the bushes that I assume that I can see?
Let me grab... okay, so adjacent, or not really adjacent, triangular-ish.
He's in the flowers, is what he said earlier.
Yeah, the hill giant's in the flowers. The bushes are right in front of you. You could probably book it and make it to the bushes without him noticing you. If you want to roll a stealth check for me.
I would like to do that.
Go for it.
1d20?
Yes, please. Let me check your character sheet here. No. 11's not bad. I'm looking at your stealth. Okay. And opposed roll of perception. Yep, okay. So you're going to be able to make it to the bushes, and you don't see the hill giant move at all. You're able to see him kind of from a different angle at this point. You've got kind of a 90-degree vantage from the people who are still in the hall.
So is he moving? Like, is he alive?
Yeah, it looks as if he's like tending somehow to the flowers, whether plucking them, pruning them. He's got a pair of giant shears in his hand, like the size of your neck. Like, looks like it could easily lop the thing off.
I mean, we're operating under the assumption that he's hostile, but, like, he's tending his garden. It doesn't necessarily mean. I mean, giants are intelligent. It doesn't necessarily mean that he's.
Sugar
here
Bunny,
to-
go ahead and roll a stealth check for me. 11. Okay, that succeeds. Where are you going, by the way?
I'm following Rex.
Okay, we've got Sugar Bunny and we've got Rex in the bushes.
Bushes, yeah.
Sure, run through the carrots into the bushes. Yeah, you both make it, no problem.
I want to circle around to the back of the building to see if there's anything back there that would be.
Sure, kind of like around to what would be the western and then northern side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fingers in the
You're
picture.
able to do that uncontested. I don't need a stealth check for that or anything. And what you see is that there's no like large objects or anything. The palisade wall continues up and around all the way and makes a four-sided kind of courtyard. However, the keep, the Great Hall, is situated all the way at that northwest kind of corner. So there's probably only about enough space for one, maybe two of you to fit side by side between the Great Hall and the palisade wall. It seems both crude but also relatively well constructed, and the foundations of the Great Hall, curiously, it seems to be just in like little plots of gravel and everything, so that you see that as you get kind of towards the walls, the grass thins a bit. There seems to be some scraps of creature burrows, and that something might have taken refuge here at some point. It seems very untended compared to the remainder of the courtyard.
Can any of us see if there's a? I will come back around into the building where four of us are.
Sure.
And ask if and if I make it in there, I'm going to ask if anyone can see like a culvert or some kind of drainage at the base of any of these walls.
So, you know what? Why don't you we'll take one roll. Go ahead and roll perception for me, and you're looking for water features, drainage, some sort of, perhaps, what's the word? Irrigation kind of thing. So, what you see is actually that off the eastern side of the shed, as you come around it, of the Great Hall, you see some sort of large irrigation and piping system, and it has some sort of flexible piping that runs into the pumpkin bed there and then out towards the flowers.
Sorry, guys, I'm back. My wife was on the phone.
Yikes.
So there's no way into or around the palisade walls besides the gate, correct?
You don't see any apparent openings, no. The question was, is there an opening in the palisade wall other than the gate? And no, you don't see one.
Did y'all kill that hill giant?
No, we haven't touched it yet.
Oh, I saw Renegade post about using Shatter.
That was me.
Oh, did somebody do something?
Not yet, but
Oh, okay.
trying to figure out if it's a meme.
I guess if I see everybody else running off into the bushes, I'll just follow them for now.
Okay. I think we've had enough stealth checks. I think we've determined that you guys are all stealthy enough. You make it to the bushes, no problem.
I guess I'll go with him.
Okay, that's 4. Everybody in the
Do I have any
bushes?
kind of alcohol?
You have only the items that you can see on your inventory.
So I'm naked?
Maybe.
Par for the course.
Helicopter time! Whoop whoop!
Are the trees taller than the Palisades?
Yes, very much so.
And how tall are the Palisades?
Approximately twice your height. Call it 10 feet.
Okay. So, would it be possible for us to sneak over to the tree and climb it?
You can try it. Go ahead and roll, what's it called? Friggin',
Dex.
yeah, it'll be a dexterity.
19.
And you are, hold on, tick, 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 player number 3.
Ted, you might want to take a second to fix her mic.
So, yeah, she's been asking.
I can't.
What she wants to do is she wants to climb the tree and see if she can use the trees to get over the palisade wall. So she rolls a 19 for stealth and is able to move to the tree relatively easily. But upon reaching the base of the tree, she finds that the lowest branch is easily 15 to 20 feet, 2 to 3 times her height off the ground.
Alright, now can you hear me?
Hear me?
Yay, hear you.
Hey! Okay, just push it up.
Now, Trojan, you need to go to push to talk because we can hear her talking through you.
Yeah, I do that
too.
Okay, whatever. We're good. So, yeah, she's not able to attain the lowest branch of the tree. Just with a jump.
If she really wants to do it, I guess I can give her a leg up.
Sure. So you guys can go over there and stack it up.
Okay, I peek over the, I get off the branch and I peek over the palisade.
So you peek over the palisade wall, and let me go ahead and whoop. Come on, come here. No, this one. This is the one that I want. Come here. You're the one that I want.
I was waiting for it.
Yep, right. So you see a cobblestone path with somewhat large stones leading away out of the gate towards the village. There's a kind of well-manicured path with a small stream and a small bridge over it. And towards this town, there are, I believe, 8. Yep, there are 8 main buildings along a single kind of road that continues the cobblestone format. And they lead towards a very large bell tower kind of situated in the middle of town.
Are they
Giant
giant-sized
large?
buildings?
Giant large or just tall large?
The question is if they're giant large or just tall large. They appear to be sized for the giant sized creature that is currently tending to the courtyard.
Can I look around and see if there's a beanstalk anywhere?
You don't see any beans, but you do see carrots, pumpkins, and the northern tree has a few apples on it.
Does there appear to be a large hole in the ground with a plant growing through it, or a plant growing into the sky, perhaps?
No, you don't see anything like that.
Are the carrots normal-sized carrots or giant carrots?
They're big.
To you, they appear about 3 times larger than normal.
3 times larger.
3 to 4. Call it.
Are we all midgets?
Are you?
All right, you know what? Let's do this. I want to go up to the giant and like talk to him.
Sure.
I'll go with him.
The two of you saunter up into the flowers, and the giant pulls back on his haunches and looks at you with complete lack of understanding and a blank stare on his face. I don't know what you're saying, so.
Can I stumble upon him?
Hi there, friend. We apparently have been lost into your property here.
He takes the set of clippers that he has in his right gloved hand and kind of like waves them towards your face to sort of shoo you away.
I'll back up a few feet and hold my hands up.
You hold your hands up. He immediately darts back a little bit, looks at you with a turn of his head, and thinks something while saying,
So he speaks giant, so we can't really talk to him.
Okay,
Right.
well, so can we gesture towards the gate?
Speak giant.
Yeah, do I speak giant? Does anybody speak giant? I have, let me check my
I do
I
not.
have arcana.
No.
the four of you The four of you make a bunch of loud noises amongst each other. The giant kind of stands up in a bit of a half squat, looks around, and notices at least 4 of you outside of cover. And he reaches for his improvised sword that's sitting on the ground.
I make calming noises and say, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! We don't mean you any harm." All the while backing up with my hand.
Goose Fraba!
You were the one
Goose Fraba!
You were the one with your hands up, and you're backing up. He thinks for a second, decides not to lift his improvised sword, and stands up to his full height and stares curiously at you.
So, is there any way we could help the giant with his flowers? Is something he can't do, like to show that we're useful and not pests?
Would you like to help the giant with his garden?
I would love to help.
Go
the giant
go
with
ahead
his
and
garden.
roll me a dex check for gosh, what would this be? Giant weed. What the fuck? Emily said giant weed. No. Let's go with a. It'll be a nature check. That says intelligence, but we'll use dex or intelligence. So you deftly saunter up to the flowers, bend down, and delicately pluck one of the flowers and hold it out to the giant. And he looks at you with like furrowed eyebrows and a quizzitive stare.
Well, it doesn't seem to make him mad. That's one step in the right direction.
Okay, I sniff the flower and then hand it, like, gesture back towards him, like, smells good. Here, you try.
You drop the flower at his feet. He picks it up and hangs his head and shakes it back and forth as if in disbelief, as if one would kind of scold at a child.
Oh, because I'm not supposed to pick the flowers because he's gardening them.
Can I pick one and eat it?
Oh,
Absolutely.
God.
Go ahead and
You're gonna
make an
get a-
attack roll for me.
Attack roll on a flower.
You completely miss, dive headfirst into the flowers, and are thrashing around in his flower bed. He holds both of his hands up to his head in apparent distress, yells, and walks back and moves back towards the Great Hall.
A 2-foot naked midget just ruined his flowers.
I hide under the wagon.
Yeah, is the gate locked to the Palisades?
I don't know. You can go up and inspect it. She's asking about the gate to the Palisades.
Yeah, I sneak over there.
Okay, so while
player
Emily, mute yourself.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, while player number 3 is investigating the Palisades, and players numbers 1, 4, 5, I don't know what 6 and 7 are doing, but the other 3 of them are flopping around in the flower bed. The hill giant turns back towards the Great Hall, and player number 3 goes over to investigate the gate to the Palisades. And as she approaches it, she realizes that the gate itself is latched only mechanically. There doesn't seem to be some sort of locking mechanism, but there is kind of like a toggle hasp blocking the opening of the gate, and it is just out of her reach, approximately 7 or 8 feet in height.
All right, well, somebody's got to go help her get the gate unlocked so we can get out of here before Sir Dick gets us all killed by ruining this dude's flowers.
I'll take care of that.
I'm not thrashing no more. I'm pissing on one.
Oh my god.
Sir Dick is now urinating on the flowers.
In a big circular motion.
Is this
in a
really the time?
big circular motion. He's lawn sprinkling the flowers.
It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips.
I just tell the giant it can eat that one.
The giant looks back at you, having made some noise, quizzitively, not really understanding what you've said. It continues then towards the shed as Rex, player number 4, goes to assist Sugar Bunny, player number 3. They are both at the gate. I suppose one of you is boosting the other?
I think I'm
Yes.
Okay, whoever is doing the boosting, go ahead and roll a strength check for me. That's actually enough to lift. So your... Wait, let me double check that. No, unfortunately, it's not quite enough to lift. You are able to kind of like partially lift Sugar Bunny, and then kind of the both of you topple backwards in a flailing kind of mess. I need another beverage. Does anybody else?
Yeah.
All right, 5-minute break.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
apparently strength 10. Dude, there's no way. Like, mother what? Like, am I like a fat abbess or something? Look, no, apparently I'm Mother Goose. Mother what? Goose. Big fat hen. That is maddening.
I gotta travel into the dark unknown tomorrow. Not looking forward to it.
No, I'm not giving you a hint. I can't give you a hint. You'll ruin the game for everybody else. I can't let you ruin the game for everybody else. There's no magic mushrooms. Come on, man. You gotta figure it out.
Is there any little potions that say drink me anywhere?
That's exactly what Emily just asked. Or, excuse me, Sugar Bunny. She's like, is there some magic mushroom that I gotta eat? Or like, can we go kill the bunnies in this garden? Or what? Yeah, the answer is you have to figure out what your predicament is.
The predicament is we don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yes, correct.
That's the joy. All right, hold on. Maybe we can meta this. If I'm KK,
As I also told Sugar Bunny, you have all of the information you need. I should hope, or at least half of you should know what's going on. Or rather,
None of us know what's going on.
rather, at least half of you have the knowledge of what's going on.
So am I getting ready to eat some rabbits?
You can look around for rabbits. Go ahead and... you don't see any rabbits right now. The only other creature you see is the giant, who's headed back towards the... what did I call it? The Great Hall. And so player number 2 is underneath the wagon in the doorway of the Great Hall, and the giant is coming towards her.
Whatever I ate before we got roofied upset my stomach, so I'm getting ready to drop a deuce.
All right. In addition to urinating on the flowers, you now begin to poop logs and logs into the flower bed.
I just follow the giant with my hands up, just kind of seeing what's going on.
Sure. Player number 2, Mrs. Burrito, do you want to do anything before the giant who's reaching out to push the wagon away from you?
Does he see? Do I?
You're hiding under the wagon, I believe.
I'm gonna try and hold on to the bottom of that wagon.
Sure.
Like
go ahead and roll a dexterity check for me.
It's gonna be bad.
So you are able to jump up and hang on to the kind of bottom of the wagon. He pushes it out of the way as he goes into the Great Hall, and he picks up one of the pole arms that appears to have some sort of organic fibrous material spread about on the business end of it.
He went and got a poop stick.
So
he uses socks.
It's a poop knife.
as much as I appreciate that meme, no, it's not a poop knife. I said it's a pole arm with fibrous organic material.
It's a giant shovel.
Do shovels use fibrous material, Emily?
Maybe it's a hoe.
What does fibrous mean?
Full of fiber. Hence poop.
Oh!
Is it like a broom?
No, that was perfect. That was funny as shit.
Is he waving his freak flag?
No, it's like a very large broom. So he comes out, and as seven, but it's mystery. As 762 is pissing and shitting all over his flowers, he begins to wave the broom in your direction. And go ahead and he's gonna make an attack roll against you. 762. That's a nat 20. Mid shit, he clobbers you for. I gotta look up the.
Do I roll to see if I shit on myself?
I think you should. No matter what the rules.
Unlikely. No. That's too. Hold on.
Where does he want us to go?
Player number 2 is gonna run up and bite his
8
leg.
plus 13. Do I have that? So he does 25 damage to you, player number 5. And he knocks you 5 feet away out of the flower bed.
So are we gonna kill this giant?
I just pooped on myself.
All right. Do you guys want to roll initiative and fight him?
No, I want to. He's a giant.
Yes,
He's gonna.
player number 2 stated she runs up and bites his leg.
Okay, player number 2 is going to make an attack roll. Go for it. The rest of you roll initiative.
Oh Christ! I got a 2.
I got a 3.
Jimmer. Mrs. Burrito is a 12. Okay, Mrs. Burrito, go ahead and make an attack roll for me.
I got a 15.
Sugar Bunny got a 15. I need initiatives from player numbers 1 and 7.
Mine's right there.
Sorry, Troji. My roll was for attack.
Oh, okay. Your roll was for attack. That was a 12. Burrito is at a 3. Excuse me. Let me make this correction. So 12 plus. Let me check your character sheet.
2. I already added mine in.
So actually, that's going to go ahead and hit. And you said you were going to try and bite him on the butt?
The leg. Like
the leg?
Knee, ankle. What do I reach?
Sure.
The tendon.
The giant yelps in apparent pain, drops the handle end of his polearm broom, and turns back to you with apparent disbelief of but no reaction. He doesn't lash out at you immediately.
Oh my gosh, this is retarded.
I'll grrr, and then I'm gonna run for the gate.
Okay, you run for the gate. That's.
I rolled my initiative there as well.
Just pile on the gate and just try to get it to budge or something. Or maybe he'll like shoo us out the gate.
Okay. The three of you, I believe Rex, Sugar Bunny, and Mrs. Burrito are all at the gate now. In initiative order, that brings up Boltface as the next turn.
Wait, where's my initiative?
He got a 20. Because I rolled for him.
Why'd you roll for me?
I don't know. I didn't see a roll for you.
It's a 20. Don't question it.
Did he? I don't see a roll for you at all. What's with the sprinkler? Never mind. Oh,
You're
right,
just
because you're
peeing.
peeing on everything. Yeah. Okay. Boltface, do you want to do anything?
Yeah, I wanted to run to the gate. I rolled.
Okay, all of you. I rolled a d20 to run to the gate. Okay, you run to the gate. You use your movement. Do you want to do anything else? You get an action.
Can I help open?
Sure, you make a strength check against the gate. You run into it. Unfortunately, even with a 19, the gate holds strong, and you are somewhat dazed as your head smacks against the hard wood. That brings up... Jimmer, your turn. Jimmer!
I should be in the bushes, right?
Sure. I really should be running this faster because we're already over an hour in.
So are we trying to kill this giant, or are we trying to get out of this thing?
Doesn't matter. You guys still have no idea where you are.
Well, 4 of us
I'm
are
just
at
trying to get shit off my leg.
How close am I to the gate?
I don't know. 20, 25 feet.
I'd like to run over to the gate and cast my shatter on the gate.
You
Can I do
cast
that?
your shatter. So you run up to the gate and casting your spell at the gate. Go ahead and roll. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I got to look up what it's Player's Handbook page.
3d8.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll damage for me.
Those are the diamond dice, right?
3d8. D8, yeah, they're
Okay.
kind of diamond-ish. Oh my gosh, I've never fielded that question.
8,
It's the
6,
ones
and
that
a
go up to
2,
8.
so 16.
All right. The gate moves like a little bit, and the hill giant, with his back basically to the gate, he was looking at player number 2, turns around again in apparent great surprise with his eyebrows raised and a very surprised look on his face. That brings up Sugar Bunny, your turn.
Alright, You said how high up is the,
Approximately double your height.
She's on mute again, by the way.
She asked approximately how high was the latch.
I don't know, let's figure something out. Hold on.
I'm gonna see if I can cast Bane on the giant.
Hey, Emily.
Emily.
Yeah.
Go ahead and mute yourself.
Go ahead and mute yourself.
Now, unmute yourself when you speak the response to this question.
Okay.
Take 10 seconds and tell everybody else what you thought the rest of your name was.
Oh,
Unmute yourself.
Unmute yourself.
I'm unmuted.
Okay.
Okay. So I said I was gonna cast Bane, and then I said the rest of my name was probably Mother Goose.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with anything?
Because you got
Potentially
nimble
nothing.
escape is Jack be nimble, right? Like,
Yeah, I don't know. Mother Goose, Nimble Escape, because I'm a goose.
Does that mean my name's
And
Emily?
I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole goose. I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay, go ahead and mute
Okay,
yourself.
go ahead and mute yourself.
Alright, so you wanted to what to the gate?
Cast Bane on the giant.
Sure. Go ahead.
I cast Bane on the giant.
How do you know that spell?
It says B question mark.
Where? In the spells?
Yeah, it says attacks and spellcasting.
No. The top 3 are attacks. Spells are lower. So it's a B something.
Wait.
Did you figure it out?
Now I fly over the gate.
So, go ahead and mute
I'm a
yourself.
big fat head.
So, player 2, or excuse me, player 3, Mother Goose, realizes her true potential, spreads her wings, and flies over the gate.
You said I was wearing clothes, you big...
I said you all appear unchanged from your original forms to each other.
Yeah, but that doesn't...
Which is a side effect. It's magic. I get to do what I want.
All right.
So, the answer is, you're all fucking geese.
So I'm getting ready to screw a wild animal.
What are we trying to steal? Oh, man.
Do you guys want to know your names?
Yes.
You're
Of
gonna
course.
fucking love them. They're some of my best work that I have ever come up with. Introducing Player 1, Renegade Burrito, as Goose Dickinson. Accompanied by Mrs. Burrito, playing Goose Wrld. WRLD.
Like the rapper.
The rapper. Sorry, maybe you missed it. Current events. Sugar Bunny, playing Mother Goose. Introducing Rex as Kim Kardashian Goose, a.k.a. the Big Caboose Goose. Followed up by 762 fan, playing Honk Williams, the king of HONKy-Tonk. And Jimmer, Canad the Horrible. He's not Canadian. Did you check his passport? He's a Canada goose.
Oh boy.
Lastly, we have Boltface playing the role of Goose Willis.
That's awesome, dude.
Oh, my gosh.
This better be posted in forward controls.
Oh no, this is gonna happen.
Okay. I grab a carrot. I can play this game. I can be an asshole goose.
So I'll go
Yank,
ahead.
yank.
All right, there's a hole in the gate by the pumpkins. God damn it,
Oh,
Trojan.
It's behind the pumpkin!
behind the pumpkin!
Behind the pumpkin.
I know this game.
I know this game.
Oh jeez. Okay. So one at a time. Mother Goose has flown the coop and is now jumped over the gate. The initiative order then goes to Goose Wrld, which is player number 2. Let me just type that in the chat just in case it doesn't come through. Because that's fucking hilarious. That I think is my favorite one, but I don't know. Y'all can decide.
That one's pretty good.
So I've got dark feathers.
Sure. Oh my gosh. Wow, don't get too racist or nothing. No, you've got a lot of facial tattoo. No, never mind. Very brightly colored feathers. That's wow. All right. Yeah, that brings up Goose Wrld's turn, who is, I believe, still in the shed.
Oh no, because I bit his leg and then I used my movement to run to the gate.
Oh, correct. Okay, I'm sorry. Honk, 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 honk. Emily's button mashing.
So
as she do.
Yeah. I see Mother Goose fly over the gate. She made it over the gate?
Oh yeah, it flies easily. You got wings in this game. It's not like the house necessarily.
So
Not
I
quite.
see this and I'm like, oh damn, I got wings too. And I'm going to try to do the same thing.
Okay, you're able to easily fly over the gate, no problems. Let's see. Who hasn't had a turn yet? I feel like I need to go to player 1 and player 5. I've got Honk Williams up next. 762, are you done shitting and pissing on the floor?
I am done. I was waiting for my turn.
Go for it.
So,
by the way,
Honk
I just want to draw everybody's attention to your to-do list that I posted in the chat, just in case you might want to do any of those things. Again, they're optional. You don't have to, but you can.
All right, whose turn is it right now?
It's 762's turn.
Do I have any magical abilities? Can I invoke the HONKy-Tonk or something? Start square dancing on this fucker?
By the way, actually, you did earn a look at your character sheet. Everybody has the same character sheet. And here, I'll post it. Deal with it. Send. Okay, that should do it. I'll give everybody a moment to laugh their asses off at that one.
Good grief.
The fucker bread points.
I'm gonna fly and grab that fucker's keys.
Sure, go ahead and make a stealth. Wait, it would be a fucking thievery. What the fuck is thievery?
Now you have to make a dex check.
Yeah, it's dexterity like friggin' sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
That's the word I was looking for. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check for me.
Sleight of beak.
Sleight of beak. Ah, you fucking fumble! You run right into his ass.
I want
to poof.
Yeah, I want
Does he penetrate?
I just honked his shit.
The beak. Goose Dickinson, Renegade Burrito, it's your turn.
I want to do the honk flap and make him take a step back, and then I want to fly up in the air and do a drive by and try to poop on.
You're gonna poop on him.
Who's next in the initiative order?
Goose Dickinson, and then KK Goose, which is Rex's turn, is last.
Alright, guys, we gotta work together. Goosies.
You're muted, Emily.
I'm aiming for his
Goosey's
face.
gotta work together.
Somebody's
Somebody's got to honk, and the other person's got to steal.
Grab a carrot. Somebody
Grab a carrot. Steal a carrot.
I'm trying to poop in his face.
All right.
Geese of feather fly together.
All right, Goose Dickinson, go ahead and make an intimidation check for me.
Oh shit.
Wonk, 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 wonk. The gardener is not particularly impressed and swats at you with his hands. That brings up Rex, KK Goose, a.k.a. the big Caboose Goose.
I am by the gate. Hold on, let me bring up my map. I am by the gate. I want to fly over and try to steal a carrot.
Sure, yeah, you can cover
While
that
the gardener
distance.
is distracted by everybody else trying to shit on him.
Wonk, wonk, wonk. You can cover that distance, no problem. So you reach down. Go ahead and make a strength check for me. Yep, you can pull up a carrot easily. Now you have a carrot in your beak.
All right, do I have any like movement points left or anything?
Yeah, I'd say you've only used about half your movement points. And by the way, as you glance around, having been next to the gate, that southern tree, you know, in the southeast corner, seems to have some sort of red and white checkered blanket on it.
All right, I'm gonna run to the bushes with my carrot.
Okay, you run into the bush. You put your carrot in the bushes. That goes to the top of the order. The hill giant gets a turn. Waddle, waddle. Yeah, but it's still funny. So the hill giant gets a turn and retrieves his broom and begins whacking anything within range. His nearest target is Goose Dickinson. He rolls a 7 for an attack roll. And based on his modifiers, excuse me for just a second. That's a 15. Tie goes to the player. So he swipes at Goose Dickinson with his broom, but misses. That brings up Boltface, Goose Willis. You have the 20 initiative. It's your turn first.
Yeah, I'm still at the gate, right?
Sounds right. I hope everybody else is keeping track because I'm kind of playing it a bit loose.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, y'all have movement to get anywhere more or less within reason.
Okay, well, I want to go to the gardener, and then I want to peck him. I want to honk at him, and then I want to peck him in his pecker.
You're going to peck him in his pecker. You know what? Fuck it. Go ahead and make an attack roll for me. Right? Loosey-goosey. You got it! You got the joke! Yeah, that's going to hit. Go ahead and roll damage for me. You have a bite attack is 1d6 piercing.
1d6?
Yes. Oof. He's very... Go ahead. Go ahead. I know you're looking for it, Jimmers. You can post the photo that I know you're looking for. If anybody says what it is, or says the caption, I'll give you a +1 on your next roll. You know what Jimmer's looking for. You know you do. When you trying to... Nope. Eat a bowl of rice. And a...
Goose bites your dick.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Post it.
What picture?
I'm waiting for it. I called for it. Come on, give it to me. I know you want to see it.
10.
I don't know.
Oh, come on. Don't make me look for it. When you're trying to eat a bowl of rice and a goose bite your dick. What are you talking about?
Oh,
what?
no.
How have you not seen that?
No.
Dude, a goose just bit your dick. What are you talking about? Don't make me do this. Look. When you eating a bowl of rice and a duck bite your dick. Images.
We got it.
Wow, I failed.
What?
There you go. That's what I'm fucking talking about. How have you not seen that before?
I've seen that.
Oh, come on! That's one of the top 100
Yeah,
memes of all
that's
time.
no Ted. That's old school memes, dude. Like that's the beginning of memes, though.
That's the
Damn it.
OG memes.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, that's like OG 4chan memes, is what that is, man.
All right, yeah, fine, but it's not like so old that it's YTMND memes. All right, so cut me
You're the
some
man
fucking
now,
slack.
dog.
You're the man now, dog. Careful, lad. Some things in here don't react well to bullets. Although, to be... Keep moving. All right. Yep. The giant got his dick bit. That moves it. That moves it to Jimmer, Canad the Horrible.
Okay. I should still be in the bushes.
Sure. Keep in mind, you guys have a to-do list. You don't necessarily need to do all of the things. The final thing, which is called Escape the Garden, is like the thing that progresses the story. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Tim, I'm trying to have a picnic over here. That's why I took a carrot, bro. So,
I'm about to chat on this carrot.
You gotta get it to the blanket. Have you never played the Goose game?
Where's the blanket?
The blanket's by the tree.
Oh, let's go to the tree. So
you don't have the carrot.
While they're doing that,
I know.
on the sprinkler.
Well, the sprinkler is to the side of the garden shed, but the sprinkler head is in the flowers. You would have had to...
Outside the fence. I'm outside the fence.
Oh, Emily is outside the fence. You know what? I'm retconning this. I had written it up that the water drop was in the garden shed, but she has corrected me that the sprinkler spigot is outside of the fence. So, sure. What am I doing? Jimmer, Canad the Horrible. You are in the flowers having pissed and shit all over yourself. And what do you want to do?
No, that was... oh,
you're right. That was Sir Dick. I'm sorry. I got that completely fucking backwards. You're still in the bushes, right?
I'm running for the blanket.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's taking my carrot.
He got your carrot. He runs to the blanket. He drops the carrot on the blanket and looks around and goes. So I'll cross that item off of your. I will cross that item off of your to-do list. So you have had a picnic. There are other food items to be found, but kind of don't worry about it. Sugar Bunny, Mother Goose, that brings up your turn, and you said you wanted to turn on the sprinkler head, which is outside of the gate. So as the groundskeeper, as the gardener comes running across the center of the field, trailing after Canad the Horrible's Mother Goose reaches up with her beak and rink, 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 opens the spigot of the sprinkler valve and tip, 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 and sprays the groundskeeper with water. You hear a sound from somewhere high above you that goes wah, wah, wah. And you've gotten the groundskeeper wet and checked that one off. Mother Goose honks approvingly from the other side of the gate. Check. That brings up Goose World. Mrs. Burrito, it's your turn. If there's anything you still want to do inside the garden.
Comes out the fence. Okay.
Yeah, I followed Mother Goose outside.
Sure, she flies out, and all right, let me double check who's outside. That's Goose World, Mother Goose. Who else is outside of the fence? Is that it? If that's it, that's it. Okay. So basically, I'm going to give all the players an option of if you want to leave the garden and progress the story.
leave the garden.
Sure.
Yeah, let's go ahead and leave. Yeah.
Okay, all players leave the garden, and we are going to go to Chapter 2. Does anybody need a break before we do it?
I'm probably going to have to split in about 20 minutes. I got to travel for work tomorrow.
I see. Okay. As much as I would love to finish this up with everybody, I did say it would take like 2 or 3 hours. But
I'm not going to die.
Yeah.
we're rolling up on 2. We can take we can break for the day and come back later, or we can just play it through. We're about halfway done.
I'm indifferent either way.
I'm in.
Chances are we'll be under quarantine next Tuesday anyway, so.
Oh boy, that's.
I mean,
terrible.
I'd be fine finishing this next Tuesday.
Yeah, we can give the campaign a break if next Tuesday it works for everybody.
It's fine with me.
This has
I'm
been
going to be
entertaining.
here, so.
Yeah, it works.
If that's better for everybody, we can continue. This being maybe call it a 2-shot. That's fine.
I'm fine with that. This is awesome.
Okay. All right. It sounds like everybody wants to take a break. I'll see you next Tuesday then.
Thanks. This was a lot of
great.
fun.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Ted.
Good. I'm glad you guys enjoyed yourself.
This is so
All right,
much
bye,
easier than
everybody.
keeping up with spells and shit.
Now go teach Emily how to use push to talk.
Right? Yeah. We'll get it.
Turn off that mute crap you had going. You hold the button when you want to talk, and when you don't want to talk, you let go of the button.
Set it up and it didn't work.
I don't know.
If you get a nice headset, you don't have to worry about it.
There's a headset.
Well, no,
It's around here somewhere. I don't know where it is.
they're the sensitivity, because they're like in the same room almost, so the sensitivity picks
Yeah.
up her voice on her microphone.
No, but that's fine as long as she has push to talk, because then it won't be on all the time. It'll only be when she's trying.
Yeah,
to
that's
talk.
because I'm using my, I'm just using my laptop mic, so it's, I mean, I
Oh
think
my
I have a
gosh.
nice
There's
headset.
plenty of nice things around here. You gotta use them.
I just noticed that our geese speak deep speech.
Infernal. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Infernal,
I
I was
saw
like-
Infernal and Abyssal. I did not notice deep speech either.
Yeah,
I
it
just
was
saw
down there.
Goose, Infernal, and Abyssal.
the flames of hell.
Did somebody just shit on their microphone?
Sorry,
What?
no, I said into the fires of hell in my best demon voice. Maybe it wasn't very good. Also, I don't want to give anything away, but there are secret achievements.
Nice. I'm gonna have so many puns next game now that I know who I am.
Later, guys. I'm gonna hop off.
Sure.
Adios.
I'll see you guys later. Love it.